Okay दोस्तों, welcome to Nexa Domain. Without wasting time, let's begin. Modern day job market demand much more than mere technical knowledge. You may be good with what you have learned, but until you're not a people's person, all is in vain. Professionally speaking, the right skill and right temperament go hand in hand. If you are a fresher and intend to find a perfect job for yourself, soft skills have a much bigger role to play than you think. Let's know more about soft skill one by one. Starting with teamwork, you may be great with your work, but everything can't be done alone. Teamwork is important because success and failure of a project depends purely on the collective effort of a team and not on an individual basis. You may have performed extremely well, but if your team lags behind, all your efforts shall go in vain. One for all for one is the mantra that shall take you far in your professional life. Next soft skill that everyone should have is the communication skill. Well, communication is the strongest skill which every professional should and must master. Professionally, communication sets the best for people to understand you at your workplace and create a perception about you. You may be too good at your work, but if you fail to communicate about your work with team, client or anyone, then you will fail in your professional life too. Is there something which makes you go that extra mile in life? What pushes you to work that extra hour to finish your work on time? Being motivated is must for every fresher looking out for a job. When the boss is around, everyone work at their best caliber. However, what makes you stand apart is a work on your own attitude. Usually, people think leadership means to handle other people and pass orders. However, it is much more than that. Leadership is a skill that cannot be learned or taught. People are born with it. Leadership quality at the workplace is wherein an employee takes proactively charges of project and finds solution to the problem that may arise. As a fresher, ability to decode a problem and find an apt solution is a need of an hour. You cannot foresee what may come once you join an organization, but a rare ability to solve such problem at the earliest can come quite handy. Rather than sitting and crying over a problem, it's important to take a concrete step to solve such issues. Employer always look for a problem-solving candidate. Responsibility is something that is expected out of every adult. However, professionally, a perfect candidate must have trait of accepting all responsibility of tasks assigned to him or her. Employees who tend to refrain from taking responsibility for their work or have a habit of pointing blame on others usually tend to be less productive. Things will not always go your way. There will be time when everything will look miserable, but rather than flowing on it, it's important that you should always try to get things right. Being able to adapt is a skill that every organization expects its employee to have. Change in shift timing, changed work schedule, long hours in an office, any such thing may come in a professional workplace, but an ability to adapt to it is a must. The clock would always tick. What matters is how you sync with it. Time is the greatest asset for organization around the world. It is a sign of commitment for organization. Meeting a deadline is a word that needs to be kept to maintain a reputation in the market. Time management is usually related to working under pressure to finish tasks on a pre-assigned deadline. Soft skills are those qualities and attributes which help everyone work well with the others and enhance productivity. Instead of calling them soft skills, we need to call them essential skills. Hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new out of it. We will meet next time with something new. Kindly like this video and share it with your friends so that it reaches more and more people. And thanks for watching.